to another real talk reaction. This one right here is for Schitt's Creek, season 5, episode number 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell as well. Tell a friend to keep telling a friend. It is for the algorithm. Thank you.
Alright, just one comment from the last episode from Amber, who says, another great reaction, guys. I love the whole love letter storyline, especially the fact that it's Moira writing them. I always feel like Johnny shows a bulk of the emotions, and so it was nice to see a different side to Moira. First time I watched this, I was extremely entertained. Alexis is adorable as always. The whole jewelry swap with Twyla, just in order to show that she cared enough to have something Ted gave her, is just great comedy. As for the robbery, I have mixed feelings. It may be the only time I've actually disliked Patrick or had any real negative feelings towards him. This show has so much centered on comedy and trying to show even hard-hitting things in a light way, but this fell off the mark for me. David is a person who has extreme anxiety issues, and while there was no actual showing of a weapon, he handled the situation to the best of his ability. It was obvious that both David and Stevie were scared. They just wanted the guy out of the store. Patrick did not handle that situation well. He didn't back up David, even as far as reprimanding Stevie and David in front of the cop. Honestly, it felt like he was more concerned with a product loss than the safety of his partner and friend. There is a reason that stores have insurance. This is one of them. I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I can't help but feel uncomfortable with Patrick's reaction. We all know that Patrick's love for David, but sometimes I feel like he doesn't understand just how deep David's internalized self-hatred can go. I'm looking forward to your future reactions to the season. So much more interesting things to come.
Yeah, just normal. That's a good comment. I mean, that's a human comment right there.
All right, let's jump into the next episode right now.
Welcome to my office. Now, I think we all know that most VIP guests wouldn't be caught dead at a motel like this, no offense, but I have been able to secure a VIP guest.
Well, I'd go out on a limb and say all of our guests are very important, Alexis.
That's cute. Anyway, Amir Kaplan is a very influential travel blogger, so it is of the utmost importance that we all make him feel at home.
Well, if he's looking for that homey feeling, I should just invite him over for dinner. Joss is making pot roast. All he'd have to bring is a couple of sides, a bottle of wine, and something nice for the house. Nothing cheap.
The Road Less Traveled? It's a very famous blog. He writes all about the best eats, stays, and attractions off the beaten path.
Well, I don't want to second guess your publicity skills here, Alexis, but I don't think it would hurt to tilt the scales in our favor. When we wanted to impress people at Rose Video...
Okay, coffee break.
We'd sometimes hire actors who would come in as plants, pretending to be...
Customers, yes. Walk around, talk up whatever they're paid to talk up. I know, I was once paid to talk up Heart Blaster energy drink at a Third Eye Blind concert.
I'm pretty sure we don't have the budget for actors.
I mean, if you're looking to pay some guy to lie about how great this motel is, I'm happy to step in.
Do we need Roland?
Stevie, you can be the plant. You look like someone who just wandered in off the road. Johnny can be our manager.
Okay, first of all, you gotta stop with the Johnny business, okay? And secondly, I am the manager.
Okay, well, you should probably start getting into character then. Okay, thanks.
That's it. Good man, please.
You eat, you expire pleasured.
I thought Patrick had his own place
You
anyway.
expire pleasured.
Okay. What are we talking about today? More Bosnia stories?
Yeah, she never seems to run out of them.
Twyla, do you think it might be too much of an imposition to ask the chef to whip me up a kifla?
What's a kifla?
Oh, how best to describe it.
It's a Bosnia.
Me too.
Hi, all. Oh, Ronnie, Moira, I see you ordered without me. Makes sense, because I was 7 minutes late.
Well, we've yet to put in our kifla order if you're peckish.
Oh, I can't stay. I actually might not be able to make it to rehearsal today. Roland was supposed to watch the baby, but he's got tied up at the motel.
Oh, Jocelyn, if you can't make it to rehearsal, no one's gonna hold that against you.
Yeah, the baby comes first. Well, I just feel bad because we really need to rehearse that 9 Inch Nails medley for our concert at Yarn for Cheap.
I'd be more than happy to spearhead that effort, Jocelyn. After collaborating so closely with the director on Crows, I feel even more finely attuned to the fluctuations of the human condition.
Okay, it's just I thought that was sort of my...
Even if you miss a performance, Jocelyn, there will be others.
And don't worry about your solo.
There
Jocelyn,
will
and
be
not by heart.
others.
I actually sing it quietly every time you do it. I know, Twyla, and it's not that quiet. Anyway,
You don't see
I
it
guess I
quietly.
could just sit this one out.
Oh, looks like somebody's up.
No rest for the wicked.
Well, these days, either he's crying or I am. Okay.
Correct.
Oh, bless her heart.
Welcome to the Rosebud Motel, Mr. Kaplan, Johnny Rose, and it's a pleasure
Johnny
to...
is our manager, so just let me know if you need anything from him. And this is Roland. He is our guest services liaison.
Yes, and it's actually pronounced liaison, and my name is actually pronounced Roland. And if there's anything you need, please tell me. Room service, turn down service, valet service.
Okay, roll on.
Turn
Those
down
are a few
service.
items that might be tricky to pull off, but we do have coffee and pastries every morning.
Oh, great. That should beat the black mold I had for breakfast at my last motel.
That should
Hold
beat the
on,
black
why
mold.
don't you show Mr. Kaplan to his room?
Wedding dress?
Amir would like me to go to lunch with him.
What? No, you don't have to do that.
It's fine. It's just lunch.
No, Stevie, this is going way too far.
What's going on?
Oh, Johnny's forcing Stevie into a very uncomfortable situation with a strange man.
Ugh, okay, fine, I'll tap in. Who are we talking about?
Amir, and I'm fine to go.
Stevie, I would go in your place. It's just my afternoon
She
is
should
going
just
to be
say
kind
she
of
wants
crazy
to
with all
go.
the turn
Yeah.
downs.
No, I want to go.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, can I just have the $50?
I thought it was 40.
I also need shampoo.
Body
Sure,
ice,
clean up.
from the sheets, that'll get you a bad review. I've contracted it a few times. It's not for me.
Wow. What I love about this conversation is how well it goes with lunch.
Yeah, okay. It's not my A material, but then again, I don't normally ask women out when I'm on the job.
Okay. You're telling me that you review motels for a living and you've never met anyone.
Okay, this may shock you, but a lot of the people that you meet in motels are not exactly like.
Not like what?
They're not like you.
Oh, yeah. Smart, charming, dazzling sense of humor.
I was gonna say modest, but. So what brings you to town?
Just driving to meet my sister in Florida. Anyway, what about you? Do you like what you do?
I do, for the most part. You know, I like to keep a low profile when I'm on the road. I find if people know that I'm coming in advance, they tend to put on a big show and never know it's genuine, so.
Yeah, that must be tough.
Okay, I don't even know where to start with this menu.
I'm a plant.
I'm sorry?
I'm a plant.
You were talking about never knowing what's genuine, and
Don't just don't come out. I'm glad you done.
I work at the motel, and my coworkers thought it would be a good idea for me to like talk up the motel. But the
it's
more
my
we
motel.
talked, the worse I felt.
So you cracked before we even ordered drinks.
Yeah. Turns out I'm really bad at this.
Ah.
Anyway, I'll leave you to lunch.
Wait, whoa, hang on a second. Okay, look, the problem is I eat most of my meals by myself, so when there's a beautiful woman sitting across from me, even if she is a con artist, I welcome the company. Please.
Okay.
Gals,
She seems so like I can't.
So you happy?
Yeah.
That shit that happened.
I know it's so. It's like I can't recognize her face.
Top secret, we all know Jocelyn has trouble being honest.
do we all know that?
Wrong word. Okay, authentic.
I think I can take it from here, Moira.
All right then.
Gals, since the baby things have just been really tough.
That's good. That's good. Expand on that.
Hey, and I
Expand
feel
on
like
that.
sometimes that my voice isn't being heard in this group.
Touch louder, Jocelyn.
Just because I don't ask for your help doesn't mean that I don't need it.
Just a little more specific. We're all here to help you.
Okay, well, Ronnie, I know that you've been getting a lot of massages lately because they're supposed to help with your bad back and stabilize your mood, but I haven't noticed an improvement. And sometimes you sing too softly.
Agree to disagree.
And what? I'm sorry, I'll sing louder. Nope, you are singing too loud.
Wonderful. Let it out, Jocelyn.
And Moira.
Okay, we can stop it there for today.
We are all sick and tired of hearing about Bosnia.
Yeah.
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 It's Bosnia this, and Crozet, and Blazhika.
We're just grasping at straws now, Jocelyn. But this has been a fruitful exercise. Don't we all feel better?
Impenetrable.
Look at Twyla. Look how moved she is.
Oh no, I'm fine.
I've actually seen a few photos of this place. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, the facade would indicate otherwise, but I trust you on this.
The facade.
You know, when I moved here and got a room with Ray, I didn't know how long I was going to be staying. Now here we are.
For me, this is bittersweet because on the one hand, I could lose you as a roommate, Patrick, but
He's a
on the other,
rotator
I would
man.
gain the commission.
Oh, he's a realtor.
He's all the things.
As you can see, this is open concept.
Wow. It's good, eh, David?
I thought this was the penthouse.
It is the top floor of 3 floors.
You said this was a one-bedroom.
It is, in the sense that it's a 1-bed room. Any more beds and you'd be in trouble. Although bunk beds can be fun.
Fireplace? Yeah, which I'm sure would heat the room quite quickly, considering it's just one big open space.
I like the exposed brick. It's actually a pretty decent size.
Yeah. Speaking of size, Ray, have yet to see a closet. Is there a walk-in that I'm missing?
Oh, the closet is right over here. This is what small space realtors refer to as a step-in closet.
What do you think, David? It's pretty perfect, huh?
Yeah,
Is
it's
Patrick
pretty.
fucking with him?
You're gonna have to subvert your expectations though.
I'll take
Yeah.
it, but I
Or at
suppose
least
when
give him
it's
some
delivered,
kind of
you
like,
can
what you looking for,
roll
too.
the cover.
Don't worry, I got it.
And is it y'all or is it just
Back
Patrick?
in the house.
Safe and sound. Ms. Falmington feeling okay about everything?
That's a weird thing to say, but yes, I am.
I turned down your bed for you, but I didn't have any chocolates, so I left a doggy bag of pot roast on your pillow.
Oh, well, that's unnecessarily generous of you, Roland. You know, I did have a couple of requests, actually.
Yes, of course.
I was wondering if Roland could make a reservation at the cafe tonight for Miss Falmington and I.
Do we have sign-off from Miss Falmington?
We do.
Great. One more thing. You mentioned room service. I would love an English breakfast tea to the room. It's just that I was looking at this place, like, just for me.
Oh.
So you had said that we were going to see places.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, more of a general week,
misunderstanding.
because I knew that you'd be staying over here quite a bit, and that you'd probably have an opinion about it. Sure.
Well then, you know, in that case, if this is just for you and occasionally me, I think it's cute.
But does this mean that you were ready to move in with me?
No.
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 Hmm.
It's a closet space and a timing thing. So, yeah, maybe we can negotiate down the line at some point.
I can barely hear your conversation. Are we sure we want the door?
No.
Up to you.
We definitely want a door. Oh my god.
There's a little piece of press you might want to read.
Oh, if I died again, I swear to God.
We are
If I die
a
again.
must-stay.
What?
The Rosebud Motel is a must-stay for any road tripper or weary traveler.
Weary.
This charming, lovingly restored roadside motel is a welcome pit stop for anyone looking for a clean room and first-rate hospitality.
Compared to what? A haunted house?
In fact, Johnny Rose and his guest services manager will go almost too far out of their way to ensure a pleasant stay.
How do I sign up for this turn down service?
Right.
Is there a clipboard or something?
Alright, that was episode 3 of Shits, and man, you know, I hate that it's doing it to me, but the comment we had pre-show about Patrick, and now watching Patrick in this one, is kind of making me feel like he is being a little off than he was before. I hate to feel that way because, yeah, it did sound like he said we should go look for an apartment. He didn't specifically clarify to David, and if he's not understanding David's personality at this point and the way he feels about things, I don't know if he's really doing a good job of being a boyfriend, because you should already know if you take David to this apartment that she took him to, right? He already knew he was gonna hate it, so you already know that. But then but you kept it in your head, your own self, that I don't think David knows this is just for me, this apartment right here. And then you tell him I don't understand that right there, but. I feel David on that point. I mean, David assumed they were going to look for it together. And which is why I said to you, babe, they should be talking to each other about it. Now, it could be a little bit on David's side too, that he's not really clarifying with Patrick either beforehand, right? Because he could have so are we doing this together? Because you just found this one. I didn't find none of them or whatever. Right, there could have been some kind of conversation. So I don't know which way we're going with this at all. It just seemed a little off right here for me. But maybe it's something else in the future. But I do love the Stevie part and the blogger who came by. I really love that part. That was good. I like how the staff tried to do it. Alexa tried to make it more than it was. That all worked for me on there. And even more than part. With her keep talking about Bosnia all the time. That is hilarious. That is so her all day long. And then the Jazzagals, I mean, that's just what that is right there. She's going through with her baby. So they just got throw that in there. But this main point here is just, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that David part, but let's see if we can figure that out. But other than that, this was another top-notch episode. So I can't wait to see the direction they go from here.
I so empathize with Jocelyn. Anybody that has had kids and is transitioning from your independence, because she was super independent because her son's grown, to having to deal with that situation is, woo! I empathize with her. So I think Jocelyn's killing it. As far as her, it feels very believable. She feels like she's in the throes of all of it. And the fact that she's snapping and just showing up, and she was so excited that she actually made it. I don't know. I feel like she's killing it. So I really enjoyed that. I really empathize with her character. I love Moira coming through, again, as a savior, and she's impenetrable. You cannot insult Moira for anything. She just will blow right past it, which I think speaks a lot to her strength and confidence, which is admirable to a certain extent. So I really enjoyed that aspect. I also loved seeing Stevie smile so much. I couldn't get a grasp on whether it was real or not, because it's so out of character for her to be that excited. It was just very sweet. It's very cute, and I appreciate the show showcasing Stevie in that way too, and giving her a chance to potentially find happiness. I don't know if this is a long-term or short-term thing, since he travels for a living. This is not where he's essentially from, but it makes me want Stevie to find love in her person too, because she hasn't either. And I don't know, I really enjoyed seeing her that happy. Giddy, and giddy is not a word I would ever use to describe Stevie, but that's essentially what she was this episode, which was adorable.
Yeah.
As far as the Patrick and David thing, I didn't have the same knee-jerk reaction that you had. I was more surprised about David's response once he found out. I thought he was going to be hurt or upset, but he just pivoted. He was just cool, fine, that works. And I don't know if there's going to be something that plays out in that, but I think it was just a lack of communication, and to your point, nobody clarified what was meant or what was intended. There was no other conversation outside of let's go look at an apartment. So I think it's just a lack of communication.
Yeah,
I don't think anything was
that's
done.
really what it is.
Yeah. But I was super surprised about how easily David dealt with the embarrassment of what he perceived it to be and what it actually was. I felt like he just rolled with it. But we'll have to see if there's something else that plays out in that. But all in all, really great episode, and can't wait for the next one.
Yep. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Schitt's Creek Season 5, Episode number 3. And until next time, people, peace.